Welcome to ReactNative Mastery. In this video, we'll explore the file structure of a typical React Native project. Whether you're using Expo or React Native CLI, understanding the file structure is essential for organizing your code and assets effectively. Before we dive into the tutorial, make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the latest React Native tutorials, tips, and tricks. Let's get started. It's important to note that the file structure can vary depending on whether you're using Expo or React Native CLI for your development. If you're using Expo, the file structure will follow the conventions set by Expo's Managed Workflow. On the other hand, if you're using React Native CLI, the file structure will align with the standard React Native project setup. The file structure in a React Native CLI project is indeed more extensive, with directories like Android and iOS containing platform-specific code and configurations. However, in this tutorial, we'll focus specifically on the file structure of an Expo Managed React Native project. In an Expo Managed project, the file structure is designed to be minimal and beginner-friendly. You won't see the Android and iOS folders in the project directory, because Expo manages the platform-specific files for you. This means you don't need to touch or modify these files directly. Expo abstracts away the complexities of building and running your app on different platforms, allowing you to focus more on writing your app logic and user interface. The first top-level folder in an Expo Managed React Native project is the Assets folder. This folder is where you can store static assets such as images, videos, fonts, and more. To keep your assets organized, you can create subdirectories within the Assets folder, such as images, videos, fonts, and so on. This allows for better management and easy access to the specific types of assets you need for your app. The second folder in the file structure is the Node Modules folder. This folder contains all the packages and dependencies required for your Expo Managed React Native project. It's automatically generated and managed by Expo, and you don't need to manually modify or interact with this folder. Expo takes care of installing and managing the packages for you, ensuring that your project has all the necessary dependencies to run successfully. The third item in the file structure is the .gitignore file. This file is used to specify which files and directories should be ignored by Git, a version control system commonly used in software development. It allows you to exclude certain files, such as sensitive information or build artifacts, from being tracked by Git. The .gitignore file helps ensure that only the necessary project files are included in version control, keeping your repository clean and organized. The next file in the file structure is the app.js file. This file serves as the entry point for your Expo Managed React Native app. It is where you define the initial setup, import components, configure navigation, and start building your user interface. The app.js file is a crucial part of your project as it acts as the central hub for your app's functionality and structure. The next file in the file structure is the app.json file. This file contains configuration settings and metadata for your Expo Managed React Native app. It allows you to specify various properties such as the app's name, version, description, icon, splash screen, permissions, and more. In the app.json file, you can define important details about your app, such as the package name, display name, and app version. Additionally, you can configure settings related to app icons, splash screens, and custom fonts. The app.json file plays a crucial role in customizing and branding your app. Expo relies on the information provided in the app.json file to generate and configure the app's build and deployment process. The babel.config.json file is an essential configuration file used in Expo Managed React Native projects. It allows you to customize the behavior of Babel, the JavaScript compiler. By modifying this file, you can control how your modern JavaScript code is transformed into a compatible format for different devices and environments. You can define presets, plugins, and other configuration options to enable specific language features and ensure cross-platform compatibility. Understanding and utilizing the babel.config.json file empowers you to optimize your app's JavaScript code and leverage the latest language capabilities. PackageLock.json file is automatically generated when you install packages in your Expo Managed React Native project. It serves as a record of the exact versions and dependencies of all the packages installed in your project. This file ensures that every developer working on the project uses the same versions of the packages, preventing any potential compatibility issues. It also allows for reproducible builds, ensuring that your project can be reliably built and deployed, even if the packages have updates or dependencies change over time. The package.lock.json file is automatically managed by NPM or Yarn, the package managers, and it's recommended not to modify it manually. Last one is package.json file. The package.json file is a vital part of every Expo Managed React Native project. It serves as a manifest file that contains important metadata and configuration information about your project. This includes details such as the project name, version, author, description, dependencies, and scripts. The package.json file also keeps track of the packages required for your project to run successfully. It acts as a central hub for managing your project's dependencies, scripts, and various project-related configurations. By modifying the package.json file, you can add, update, or remove dependencies, define custom scripts for running tasks, and specify additional project metadata. It plays a critical role in managing and organizing your Expo Managed React Native project. Congratulations! You have successfully learned about the file structure of an Expo Managed React Native project. Understanding the organization and purpose of each file is crucial for effectively developing your mobile app. In this video, we explored the Assets folder, which allows you to organize images, videos, and fonts for your app. We also discussed the Node_modules folder, which contains all the packages and dependencies necessary for your project. We touched on the important files like .gitignore, app.js, app.json, babel.config.json, package.lock.json, and package.json. Each of these files plays a specific role in configuring and running your Expo Managed React Native app. Remember, having a solid understanding of the file structure empowers you to navigate your project effectively and make the necessary modifications when required. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more React Native tutorials and updates. Stay tuned for our next video, where we will dive deeper into building the user interface of your React Native app. Happy coding!